I'm convinced that the great wines of the world are going to only be produced by family-owned, family-managed vineyards and wineries. Our family has the luxury of 4 generations of growing grapes and making wine in the Napa Valley. My grandfather came here in the 20s, my father in the 30s. I got involved with my father in starting a winery in the 60s, and now I have the luxury of creating Emblem with my son Rob and daughter Dina.
Just like the start that we had during Prohibition with my great-grandfather Cesare, we are still farming our own vineyards. We are still in the cellar making our own wines. And we are still out in the market supporting our own wines because we believe in our product and we love to create a great blend of Emblem for you and for ourselves.
When we're crafting the Emblem wines, Dina and I have a more modern approach to winemaking. We love to have fruit and boldness in the wines. Whereas Michael really likes a certain amount of elegance. I think 2 different generations coming together with very different influences in wine is what makes this wine truly exceptional. I'm extremely proud of our also single vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon from Emblem. This Cabernet Sauvignon I think is absolutely exceptional, really specifically because of the site.
Historically, the greatest wines in Napa Valley have always been the hillside vineyards.
We're growing these grapes at about 1,350 feet. When you're up in the hills, you have more intensity of sunlight, you have lovely ripening, and you have great drainage.
The vines at Oso Vineyard are over 30 years old, beautiful, gnarly old vines that give us tremendous character and flavor in those delicious grapes.
We will actually find natural lines within the vineyard where the ripeness changes, so that when we're picking, we know exactly where the optimal ripeness is. To sum up the fruit profile, Loganberries, a little bit of cassis, definitely beautiful plum. I think this is one of the most exceptional wines that you can find from our family. In addition to our Emblem Oso single vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon, Dina and I felt it was very important to create a wine that represented Napa Valley as a whole. What we wanted to do was to really harness Napa Valley and to give the truest expression of this unique place that has over half the world's soil types, that has mountain fruit, that has valley fruit, that has low-lying hills. And so we decided to source the best mountain fruit we could, which comes from our ranch, and then to blend that with little pockets of fruit and to really develop a sense of place for Napa. By doing that, bringing together the complexity of the mountain with the opulence and the fruit of the valley floor to create a fairly spectacular wine.
I had the luxury of starting a winery with my father in the 60s, and I even have a greater luxury today in creating a new winery and wine with Emblem, with my son Rob and daughter Dina. It's very exciting, and the wines are better than we've ever produced.